Tactical. We're going to be
Hey,
discussing EDC knives today. We're going to be discussing folders, fixed blades, and things that we kind of prefer for a EDC fixed blade, like things that I kind of look for, what kind of size, specs, general kind of uh, things that I look for like an EDC fixed blade. So, or just EDC knives in general. So, couple things right out off the gate. If you are looking for something to like really customize your knives, be sure to check out Lucas Carroll Custom Grips. I have a coupon code, and John has a coupon code. Mine's last Huntsman, all capital letters. John's, I think, is just HeavySet.
yep,
And
HeavySet.
if you want some like really awesome kydex, be sure to check out Armitage Carry. I have the same coupon code, last Huntsman, all capital letters, and makes an awesome combination. And of course, one other thing I'd like to throw out real quick is my knife, the Huntsman, being produced by a very good knife company, will be releasing August 23rd. So just be sure to kind of check that out. It's going to be a drop. I think the first drop's only going to be like 20. So I'm sure they're going to sell pretty quick, but
I'm so excited for that, man. I didn't get to check the prototype out because I was so busy in Gettysburg.
yeah. Well, you might have one of the production models coming your way before too long. So
Yeah, I'm so excited.
yeah. Hey there, Jimbus Maximus. I think he's following both of us for quite a while now, or at least I know he's been following my channel for a while. So EDC knives. What do you think of EDC knives? What kind of fixed blades do you like? What kind of folders do you like? Is there kind of a specific size range you like? We'll start off with size. What do you look for size wise for, like, say, an EDC fixed blade?
Every time I sit down to do a freaking live stream, I always forget one thing that's very specific to our conversation. It's really funny, and I know I love when people like get so annoyed at people that do live streams that get up from their seat. But so originally, I liked this is one of the old Survive EDC4s. This is one of the first knives I bought from Guy when I first went out and was hanging around the shop. And I used to love, around that 4-inch for an EDC knife, like that, that just about 4 inches, 3.5 inches in there. Like the Hunter's EDC was a perfect size for me for EDC knives because it was concealable enough, but it was a big enough knife to get some work done, and like the Jackalope, I really loved that size range. Now I've been weirdly getting into this phase of carrying like pocket slip fixed blades. So that journey began with the Griffin Co. Scout 2.5. It's just it's just above 2.5-inch blade. It's a full 4-fingered grip. I used to have a bead on it to give you that nice full purchase on it, but that was one of the original like EDC knives that the EDC community lusted after, right? And I got one, and I really liked it. So then I kind of spun over, and I've been carrying lately that smaller range of pocket slips. Like, shout out to Gary Creeley. He's been very helpful lately. Him and I have a lot of chats like you and I do about steels and knife companies and things like that. But I've been carrying his Mako for some time. It's Creeley Blades Mako in Magna Cut.
You've showed me
really
that
nice,
one. That
cool
one
flat.
looks really nice. I know Jacob Peterson's been very impressed with that knife too. So,
Dude, and it's so funny because the first thing he said was, it looks super weird. Then you get it in hand, and it just is really a really nice little. It's almost like that Griffin Co. 2.5, but it has the grip to really use it as a hard use knife.
Yeah,
So all I've been carrying, man, for the past 2-3 weeks now, has been the Creeley Blades Mako in Magna Cut,
that's an awesome
and
sheath
then,
for that, by the way.
dude, yeah, it's a sheath that he has produced, someone producing for him now, and they're just really nice. They come natural, so you can put your own kind of finish on it, or dye it, or do whatever you want. I personally really like when leather comes raw, because then, because you're like me, we're always customizing and dinking with stuff. So
Yeah, this
then,
is my recent acquisition,
yeah,
the Bradford Guardian 3.5 in crew wear. Um, I will say for me, I started off trying to like carry larger blades, and then as I just kind of went on, then I kind of realized I wanted something, a little easier to carry on a day to day basis, and I wanted something concealable because, like, the way I carry a fixed blade, and I've done a few videos and shorts and stuff on how I do it, it's completely concealed, and here in
yeah,
the relatively free state of Missouri, I can conceal a fixed blade. But one that really kind of caught me onto the fixed blade for EDC is the SE3, just a good old classic SE3. And it, fills my hand perfectly. The handle is actually rides very smooth on my side. And, it's 1095, but it's a very slicey blade. And this Armitage carry sheath just makes it perfect. And so,
that's a great little setup there. It looks good too.
yeah. And since I got the SE3, then like every EDC fixed blade, I compare it to the SE3 to like see if there's like anything that compares to it. And now I will say these days the two that gets carried by me the most right now is the White River Knives Ursus Cub. This one's also rocking out the Lucas Carroll grip, so it comes all the way down and covers up the whole tang and everything. And I have an Armitage sheath for that as well. So, and then the other one that I carry out quite a bit is my Primitive Bear Knives Hunters EDC with crew wear. And kind of like I was discussing with you earlier today, this one in the 5/32 thick with the like smoother grips, I think it actually fills the hand a little better than the original eighth inch ADCRD one that I got.
Yeah, I think that was a smart move on his part, to buff him up a little bit, beef him up a little bit.
Yeah,
Because his original ones, the thinner ones, it's great. Don't get me wrong, but if I had just a little bit more in the handle, it would probably beat out everything else for like my daily carry. And I took that from you, the back right 45, the 4 o'clock on your right hip inside the
yeah.
belt
So
with the.
basically, I just tucked the sheath into my pants and then used the ulti clip onto my pants, and then this my shirt covers it up. So
Yeah, I took that from you. I was actually, the first knife I started carrying like that was the jackalope. But like I said about the pocket slippers, it's really been the Mako, and I hate to jump on those EDC trains, dude. There's just the term EDC is annoying to me,
but you
but
gotta say it with a lisp, like EDC,
EDC, I love my EDC.
EDC.
This one I don't use. I use it to open boxes at my office as an
Amazon box.
accountant. Right. This is the newer version of the Griffin Co. Scout 2.5. Essentially, this is the new Griffin Co. slash Combat Beads is the company. Griffin Co. Series X fixed blade that everybody was waiting on, and
Yeah,
I
that's
got some
kind of more of
titanium
my
scales
thought.
with it.
I personally don't really care for something that's like only a 2.5 inch blade. I kind of,
Yeah,
for me personally, kind of size wise, I like something with right around a 3 to 3.5, maybe 4 inch blade, and like right around 7.5 overall. I think is kind of like that good little sweet spot, and that's
yeah,
why I actually recently grabbed this Bradford. I was like, man, this is like, okay, I'll tell you why I wanted the Bradford is because it is like the SE3
Yeah, it
without the
is.
choil,
Right?
and it's
God, there's no reason for a choil on a 3-inch blade.
no, like I don't mind a choil sometimes on like a bigger knife where you're like actually trying to use it for smaller stuff, but
Right.
something this small don't, or yeah, this small don't need a choil. But yeah, I'm actually liking this Bradford quite a bit. The only thing I think they kind of missed the mark on is this leather sheath is actually pretty nice. They just have it with a scout carry only though. And
Right.
I did a short earlier today, or it might have been yesterday, where I was comparing that Michael Spanger's Jackalope sheath next to it, and I was like, if they just put like a couple rivet holes like right there that you can
Right.
mount a ulti clip, it'd been like perfect. I wouldn't have even had to buy another sheath. I went ahead and got Armitage because Armitage does make a sheath for this, so I was like, okay, I'll just go ahead and get an Armitage sheath for this and call it good. You
Tell you
could,
the truth, man. That's what I need. I need a good. I tried to get ask that on a short the other day, but I didn't get many answers. Where should I get a sheath for my Essie, dude? When he sent me these scales, that's what Lucas Carroll Customs does. And guys, we'll get to a couple of your comments in a minute. I just saw some more pop down, but you got to understand, right? I have a knife. I have this SE6. I beat it until I got it originally with tan. It had the tan coating, right? And I beat this thing to the point where most of the coating was off. So I stripped the rest of it off. And I carried this thing forever, dude, before we started getting into TRC and Survive and all these other companies. And then it kind of died for me, the SE6 love, right? And watching Gideon's Tacticals original videos of the SE6s. So then it kind of died for me, even though I still consider the goofy SE6 sheaths with these metal belt clips to be super carryable and super
yeah,
comfortable to carry. I literally I have had no use for this knife really, but like Lucas Carroll, that's why he is such a necessary third party in this knife game because he sent me those 3 sets of handle scales so nicely and gave me a coupon code to start offering. So I went on right away and bought these SE6 scales because, dude, it literally just took a knife that had no more real value for me to carry that I was kind of tapped out on, and then bam, just made it like a brand new, whole different package, dude. It's
yeah. I
so good.
also will say I had before I got the Lucas Carroll grips for my SE6. I had just these TKC grips on there, but I mean these things, yeah, they're okay, they're nice, but they're not Lucas Carroll,
No, dude.
grips.
Yeah, they don't have the same flair. And then
And
that thing in the back, that bird's beak
yeah,
swell in the back is so good.
I mean, look at the texture he's doing. This is my White River Knives Ursus Cub, and one of the
Yeah.
things that a lot of people complain about the Ursus Cub is the it had kind of like a little hammer pommel towards the end. I don't know why they did that, but he even extended that, and I got medium sized hands, but this thing fits my hand just perfectly, and
Yeah.
I lately I've been carrying this knife quite a bit just because I've been with my job, I'm outside working all the time, so I'm like profusely sweating constantly. So I want to cut to just like
Right.
potentially not deal with the corrosion resistance. But
I need a custom sheath for my Essie. I just don't know what to go with. I was gonna get an Armitage carry, but I don't know how it'll fit with these grips. So I was thinking of maybe going to Yellow Hawk Custom Kydex or maybe one of
so
those guys. See if
I will say with my Ursus Cub here, so I have Armitage for my Ursus Cub, and the sheath was just slightly loose when I put the Lucas Carroll grips on there. So what I did was just for like a moment, I hit it with a lighter on the backside, and then I just took my Leatherman little multi tool and just pinched it, like right when it was hot, and now it's perfect, no rattle whatsoever, and it It has just a slight little pinch mark there where I did pinch it, but I don't really care. It works, you know.
Did you do the camo pattern on there?
No, he has camo options.
Really? I thought Armitage Carry didn't do camo stuff. I didn't
Yeah,
know they did camo. Oh my god, I'm gonna jump on that tonight.
yeah.
Oh
I think his
yeah.
camos are like $5 or $10 more or something like that.
Oh dude, I gotta jump on that then. What the heck?
And then I
I'm gonna
got a
use your code.
Armitage for the Lion Steel M2M too. I might need to let you borrow this guy sometime. I think you would really like that.
Yeah, I really like the blade profile on that. Very much.
But I guess my quest for an EDC fixed blade has always been trying to find something that's like the SE6, or not the
I,
SE, the SE3 that without the choice is
dude,
kind
you should do a versus video with the SE3 and the White River
of versus
Cub.
Cub. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good video. I didn't realize
Well,
how similar they were till you held them up.
or even these two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or a triple, dude. Do all three versus.
Or I might even do just like the EDC knife showdown, kind of like I did with the like camp knife showdown and medium survival knife showdown and all that stuff.
So I saw some things come in, some comments come in. What's up, guys? Jimbus said he loves the Guardian 4, really good grip. I've held a few Guardians. I really wanted the 4.5 and the 5.5 so bad, or the 5.1. I forget what it was. Really carry that Hunter's EDC a lot. Gabe's always carrying Hunter's EDC, dude. He stays strapped with the Hunter's EDC.
Yeah.
His udders, oh god, we got some jerk off on there.
Yeah. Some chin wigglers.
Yes, my channel's called Heavy Set Tactical because I'm fat, douchebag. No shit. God, you know what's so funny? I wish I could press a button. I'd pay $1,000 for somebody to punch that dude right in the face. Like,
Well,
go watch somebody else then, douchebag. Jesus
well, you know,
Christ.
like the thing about the internet is it's
Right.
a
You
place
can say
where,
what you want with no repercussions.
yeah, and kind of like I've said before on some videos, the most degenerate people are on the internet, unfortunately. So, you know,
Yeah.
but
So that on the subject, guys, I really have to give a double shout out to Lucas Carroll. I'm sure if any of you guys watch my channel, you saw some of the other grips that he sent me to showcase. And dude, this is another one. That G10, I love Work Tough Gear. I love Aurora Borealis. This is no guff to them, but it was so slick, dude. That
oh,
camo
I know.
G10, dude. It wanted to fly out of my hands as soon as my hands started sweating. And I'm telling you that these grips, honestly, man, these grips were so impactful when I put them on this thing that this color pattern with the natural liners and bolsters, I'm gonna do this on the first custom run that my dad and I do of knives. I'm gonna do this exact color pattern because I think it is so sharp, isn't it? That black and natural.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to
He
Lucas
sent me
Carroll,
a
man.
for my Wolverine, and they were green and gray, if I recall right. And yeah, that Becker BK16. My Becker BK16 is actually at the spare house, and I got it kind of stashed away. Like, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I have like a stockpile of other gear in an undisclosed location type of thing.
I hear you. And dude, I'm telling you, man, there is something about Becker knives, and it's like I know they you can only make a Becker so much. This was an AZ Welke sheath I got for the. This is the only AZ Welke sheath that I ever ordered, and it came pretty quick. And I really really like the setup. I'm gonna put a drop loop on instead of that tech lock. I don't do tech locks anymore, really, but yeah, the Dymalux. I
Yeah.
always, I can appreciate the look of wood handles, but I don't like how weak they are. And dude, I tried to put the tip of a knife and my tooth, actually, I bit into these, to see how tough that Duralux,
Dynalux
what
is,
Dymalux is.
yeah.
And dude, it's rock hard. Holy crap. Look at
Well,
how sharp that looks on the BK7.
I got some Dynalux right there too.
Oh man, that's so sick. That looks so good on that knife.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
Primitive Bear um, Pocket Essential. I bought it a while back ago. I got it for my son. He's a little over a year old, and I'm like, okay, I'll just stash this away like his first night. So
Yeah, shout out Primitive Bear Knives, man. He has been such a good friend to us, and solid guy down in South Carolina.
So, you said you kind of like. I guess we're kind of on the same page as far as like sizing for like an EDC knife. Then,
Yeah, for the most
roughly.
part, yes.
Okay.
And
All
that
right.
and that's what's funny is because I always gravitate towards that size, and I even used to EDC my Becker, dude. Literally, I used to keep this thing right on my hip and kind of slip it inside the waistband. And that was my actual size range originally. And it's kind of gotten smaller and smaller over time to where
That's
I'm really
exactly
enjoying the pocket
mine was
slips. Yeah.
too. Like I was carrying the SE4 and B18 and B18 and stuff like that, and I even carried Primitive Bear Knives Essential for a little while. Then it's like I've kind of toned down my EDC fixed blade size because I just found that kind of that 3.5 inch blade is kind of like my ideal sizing, honestly. Especially if it's kind of like 7.5 overall, roughly.
Yeah. And that's why the folder thing, it sounds so stupid, dude, but I am still a sucker for the quest for the right overbuilt kind of large folder. I thought it was going to be this. I put some Cerberus scales on that River's Edge Cutlery Shaman. But one I got in today that I was excited to show you was I finally got a McNeese PM Mac 3.5. I love overbuilt, just
Yeah, that thing looks
large
really
folders.
nice. I actually have a overbuilt folder that was sent to me, and I need to send it to you because I don't really feel like I'm the right guy for it type of thing. But it's the off grid knife Amen XL, and it's like a
It looks sick. The blade profile is sick,
yeah. It oh, here it is.
dude. That thing is so medieval looking.
Yeah, this thing is. I mean, here just real quick. That thing is stupid smooth, and it's a budget knife. Is like the crazy
Right?
thing about it is, and it's like, man, this thing's actually pretty nice for
It's
you know,
gnarly.
it's 14 Sandvik 14C28N. I mean, it's still a fairly budget steel, but I think I'm gonna have to send this one to you because I think this is like right up your alley. It feels like a
Big time.
monster cold steel. So we got a couple guys coming in right now. Missouri Survival and Outdoors. How's it going? From my home state, and Tim School Fish. That snook knife of Tim School Fish. You guys be sure to check that one out. That one looks really cool. And Master of Disaster. I think you'll really like your Hunter's EDC. The Hunter's EDC has been kind of one of my star knives of my channel. Honestly, I just absolutely love this knife. Oh, that's at a large.
The XL, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if he plans on doing any more of them or not. I really liked it. It's got just a little more on the grip and a little more on the blade, about the same thickness. This one's in crew wear. I actually traded him when I first was out at Survive. I traded him for a Survive blade for him to check out. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, Primitive Bear Knives. He just does really well, really good work, and he's a really solid guy.
Okay, we got a guy asking, split shot asking, do we like SOG knives? I've never
Mm,
honestly had much experience with SOG, honestly. Um, I feel like John has had SOGs here and there, but
yes.
I haven't really messed with them too much. And to me, from what I've seen out of SOG, it's like they either got like really budget low tier knives or like pretty upper mid tier knives.
Right. And that's what's funny about SOG is they do some funny stuff sometimes. I just wanted to grab it while we were on the subject.
Okay.
The only SOG knife that I ever kept, actually, I've had a few. The SOG Pentagon FX, big one and small one, those daggers, they were in S35. They did a really good job on the SOG Pentagon FX daggers. They were really great, like boot knives or like everyday carry knife for tactical reasoning. But the only SOG knife that I ever kept, uh, split shot was the SOG Pillar. And dude, Gabe, I'm telling you, man, this is one of those just perfect execution of a really low impact sheath, really comfortable thumb ramp, really great grip. Their S35 VN is just killer. This is one of the most paper thin freaking blades, dude. It's so like it took me so long to get this knife to the point where I had to resharpen it. It has this big kind of goofy pommel thing, but man, I really loved this knife. And the SOG Pillar was actually a one of my first quote unquote premium steel fixed blades when I was younger. I got one when it first came out, and I really liked the grind lines on it. I have never even questioned getting rid of it. It actually has a weird choil on it for no reason,
Yeah,
but
the
it's really
looks
comfortable.
a little awkward, but the overall blade looks pretty neat. So
Yeah.
Jonathan Cup, he said I jammed a SOG all the way through my finger. I can relate. I don't know on the camera, but my middle finger, I did that. I jammed the K-Bar Spartan Harsey Fighter all the way through my finger, and it was like about, I don't know, it was about 2/3 of the way all the way through, and I still can't feel the tip of my finger anymore. Like it's just permanently numb. So I probably got a nerve or something, and I just wasn't going to pay another hospital bill, so I complained about it. Basically.
He said something about SOG and Cold Steel going through some changes after they got bought at the same
Yeah,
time.
a handful of company. Oh, it seems like they've been getting. What's your go-to knife? Thank you. Well, so okay, so let's do like a top five like fixed blades
Oh
and
shit.
that you carry. So not in any particular order. Um, I will say the Ursus Cub White River knives
I
are.
need one of those, dude.
This one is probably it, and the primitive bear knife gets carried by me the most. So I'll say the primitive bear knives Hunters EDC. So there's two for me, and then um, coming out of the left ball field here, I'm gonna say the Very Good Knife Company Adventure. I really
I
like.
love that blade.
Yeah, this thing is just so simple, but it's just a nice blade, and it's a thick, chunky blade. It's 3/16 thick, but it honestly, just the way he does that flat grind, that full flat grind, it very slicey. So there's three. I'm gonna have to say the good old SE3 is still one of my favorites, even though I hate the coil on it. It performs really good. And for number four, well, I think when I get the sheath for it, I think, or this is going to be number five. Sorry. I think when I get the sheath for it, I think this will be it. But because I don't have a sheath for it right now, I haven't been carrying it. So I'll say for now the Lion Steel M2M.
Yeah, big time. I love Lion Steel, man, and they're their KC01 I've been actually using a lot lately, and really been enjoying this knife quite a bit. There's another one I really want to send to you.
Yeah, I would
It,
really like to try that one sometime. I'm
yeah,
lion steel. Now I will say I do carry a folder as well, but I'm not like super hardcore folder guy. For the longest time, my folder was just an Ontario Rat One and V2. And when I think of a folder, I just kind of think of like that just daily beater knife. I save my fixed blade for like my more serious things, and then the folders are kind of my beaters. The one I really have been liking is this Demco 80 20.5, and I switched out the I think it had the Rivery or some kind of plastic grips on there, and I got these coarse micarta grips. They're like
they look good.
RGT brands, and they were on DLT. Man, these things are awesome. I really like the Demco. On my review, I've batoned even this knife.
I remember.
I was really impressed with just the strength and durability of Demco.
Yeah, I somebody said about the way Lion Steel makes their taco style of handle where it wraps around the tang. The KC01 is the first knife I've seen from them for a little bit that doesn't do that, where they do a canoed piece of micarta and drop the tang in, so the only place it's exposed is up top here.
Yeah,
Oh
this
yeah, that one's like
is
that too. Yeah,
either, but
but yeah, I respect Lion Steel very much. I'm Italian, so I always like to get some Italian knives once in a while. So
unfortunately,
on to sorry,
very
go ahead.
English, German, or Scandinavian knife companies that appeals to me. So I
Nay.
feel my peoples are not representing the world.
Tell you what, I carry a Viper handy and MagnaCut, fantastic knife, detailed and sharp. Yeah, I don't carry a Viper handy in MagnaCut. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. But to be fair though, I'm always hearing about new knife companies and stuff. Like somebody brought it up earlier, BGM. And I've been kind of checking them out. There's like a couple of their models that have long waiting list. I mean, it's like 6 8 months or more, and I have
Yeah.
a hard time wanting to wait for a knife. So
Rusty Tigert brought up the Police 4 and K390. I really want the Police 4 so bad, but dude, all the lightweight Spydercos in K390 except for the Indela. I have all the other ones, man. I love the K Steels. But
that
I
uh,
have to bring it up while you're on the subject of top five ish favorite knives. I'm gonna go with the Creeley Makos up there now. These are two new ones: the Creeley Mako and the Series X by Griffin Co. are two of my new favorites. Uh, my really, 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 man. I this is another one I just want you to get your hands on. The
I
M1SL by
want
TRC.
on every TRC. Like I'll tell you where I'm at with TRC. Every time I look at the price, but then like, one in hand, it's like, damn,
I
it's
know.
TRC.
Right? And it's like, dude, they're guy used to drive me crazy because I'd bring up TRC all the time because I love TRC, and he would have all these negative things to say, and I would say, dude, the only person that could look at a TRC knife that I hand them and have a bunch of negative things to say either doesn't know what they're talking about or is just flourishing that. I do still carry once in a while in this setup. This was a gift from Guy. This was one of their old what's that leather company? Goodness gracious. This is an old model of the EDC4 sheath that they had made a while back. So I do carry a Survive EDC4 and Magna Cut still. That's one of my favorites, but we're gonna leave that out of the list. Thanks to Gabe, his recommendation. Gabe turned me on to Wenger Blades, Wenger. I thought I had his card up here, but Wenger Blades has a fantastic. It came with both. This is his tri-carry sheath, and it's really just big and bulky and just beautifully made. The craftsmanship on his Kydex is amazing. But then I paid an extra 20 to get the original Kydex for it. And dude, this is such a well-made, just perfect Kydex sheath. It's
That
so comfortable to carry, dude.
perfect
It
like
looks so good,
full
right?
knife type of blade. I know, like I know I've mentioned this before, but when I first seen that Navigator, I was like, "And that looks like the like Cold Steel SRK that we all wanted." Like,
Right. And it is, dude. I was outside thrashing on this thing in the barn when I put those shorts out the other day of me carving a little bit with it. And it's so strange when you get a blade that is not wide this way from edge to hilt. It's not broad at all, but it is just the nicest little like carving and field knife. I mean, it just is a slicer.
yeah, there's
So
always some
thanks to you,
cons to
man.
a narrow blade versus a wide blade. Sure.
Right.
Sometimes you just kind of pick your flavor type of thing.
Yeah, it has like a spear point to it and a very small swedge on either side at a 45. But yeah, just a really enjoyable like I look at it like it's kind of like a combat knife. Like it's almost made to be with that double guard a little bit. It's almost made to be like a penetrating profile, but it just works as like a hard use field knife kind of. And that's what I really have been enjoying, like that field knife. You know, kind of like these two are very similar in size and use,
Yeah.
but that other spot has been filled with that custom I got done by Alex Drawn from AD Knives, and he sells like pretty much exclusively on Instagram. But he made me this E4 V2, and it's a 4-inch belt knife with these really nice slid-in bolsters. All micarta with the nice liners. It's in Magna Cut, like a peened kind of blasted, like cloudy finish on the blade. But
Yeah,
man,
that knife
I,
looks absolutely amazing.
dude, I've just been carrying the crap out of it, Gabe, and I'll compare it to the Hunter's EDC4 in a size reference. It's very similar, but
Yeah,
like
for
I
some
said,
bigger than the Hunter's EDC, but it's a really honestly about the same size. They
yeah,
a little
very
bit.
similar in size, but it is a little bigger. But I've been carrying the crap out of this thing, dude. And he makes the knives really well, but I think the sheath was kind of a little funny, just the fit anyway. And so I'm going to make a Kydex sheath for it. But I
And
just have been carrying the crap out of this, dude.
you guys haven't noticed, Kennard is the evil doppelganger that like the clone of me. So just let them know that the world has a clone.
How you doing, Kenny? Oh, you know your brother's always welcome on here, Gabe.
Yeah. Well, if we could do three
I know
free,
it'd be nice. You
but
know another knife that shocked me that is kind. It reminds me of the same size and use and profile of your Demco was the and this is another one of those EDC crowd jockstrap riding safe queen knives, but I beat the crap out of it. The Protect Malibu,
hmm.
just a little flipper. It's got that nice little point on it. It's just, dude, it's got a small handle, a small grip area, but it's just such a nice little knife, just such a nice little utility, essentially pocket box cutter. Really nice action. I carry this thing all the time. It's super light. It's got the aluminum scales on it, Magna Cut. God,
So
I
on
want to go 1 month without saying the word Magna Cut, and I'd be happy.
well, I'll be honest. For some of my EDC fixed blades and stuff, I've almost become as much of a fan of crewwear as I have even Magnica. Like, I like crewwear quite honestly,
Yeah,
and I'm still fairly new to crewwear. Thus far, I'm. Uh, John,
Oh God.
how many knives do you all well, I will say not as much as I used to. Used to, I just had like crates and crates of knives, and I used to collect a bunch of swords, and I was kind of a big pew pew collector too. And then, well, I just got married. I just don't got the space for it anymore, and sometimes that's why I go on like knife purges, and it's just because I just do not have the space for it. Honestly, I kind of think about it like this. I would rather somebody else have it and use it. It just sit and collect dust. And,
I agree. I feel,
and so that's why
I feel kind of bad, dude, for some of my knives that don't get a lot of rotation these days.
and Kenny is right. I had a room out dedicated to blade, and like it was ridiculous. And I was like, so when we all feel it these days too. I just don't have quite the money to just buy. So like,
Yeah,
I just kind of go through and like, okay, here's a handful. I'm not using them anymore. Somebody else can put better use to it than me. Sell those and get something new to try. So
I
I
need to take I need to take a page out of your book. That's my problem.
yeah.
So like your brother just said, dressers full of knives. In this room, I have one, two, three dressers that are about chest high, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 drawers full in this room, and then some in the other. And Gabe, I swear to God, it would take me to. I told my dad, I'll talk about it in a couple minutes here about the shop and what I'm doing at the house with my old man. But I I literally I could fund an entire shop build in my damn barn if I sold probably two of the four dressers I have full of knives. So it's gotten way out of hand.
Well,
Way out of hand, dude. Oh
for
my
me,
god.
knives and swords and stuff, I had like this huge sword collection. I'll tell you what, trying to sell a sword and trying to ship it is a pain in the ass. Like,
Oh, I bet.
I'm not gonna lie. And then it's like, man, I'm sorry, but I gotta charge you like $30 in shipping for this thing too. Like, but
um,
yeah,
but yeah,
the head, I have 134 knives. I only use about six of them. Well, that's kind of where I'm at a lot of times these days, and that's why I purge some. Is just because it's like, kind of like I said earlier, I'd rather somebody else enjoy enjoy them instead of just collecting dust. But let's talk about your shop. And I know you're going to be kind of
mm,
working on a shop. John's going to be taking a jab at making his own knives. I'm trying to do like custom knife.
um. Also, I forgot to bring up, by the way, your
Oh,
Terra knife. I've been carrying the crap out of this thing too. And dude, guys, check out Terra knives. This is the Forester. Just an epic, really useful knife. I will send it back to you tomorrow morning. I was going to today when I shipped some stuff and I forgot, so I'll set it out. So, guys, when I came back to Lancaster, Pennsylvania area, my dad and I decided I have some equipment and some things, and I'm ordering an Amera braid setup. Kind of buy once, cry once to get some pieces of equipment that I need and a surface grinder. And I am going to be finished with the shop in the next month or two, 2 months at the most, 1 month at the least. Gutted the barn for the most part over the past week. We've been out there every day working on it, and I'm going to be doing essentially almost what Cerberus Knives does a little bit, kind of that model of doing drops. Like I'll make over a month, I'll make 25, 30 of them, and then drop 25, 30, make 25, 30, drop. So I want to really get into a point where I can make some designs for other companies, hopefully, and have my own line of knives. Heavy Set Knife Co. maybe, or not sure what the name is yet.
I
It's
think
gonna probably be.
is probably the direction I would go. on it.
Yeah, I like Heavy Set Knife Co. It's short and sweet and to the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my old man and I are doing a shop space.
When I tell people, oh, it's a very good knife company, adventure or something, and they're like, hi, what's the brand? Oh, it's very good knife company. And I gotta like tell them like, oh, the brand is very good knife. But, they think I'm like describing the knife. It's, you know,
That's funny.
um, real quick, like, since we got kind of a few more people watching and stuff now, my knife, the Huntsman, being produced by Barry Company, will be releasing August 23rd. It's gonna be in drops, so it'll probably sell decently quick. So I definitely thought getting on his email list and all that stuff.
I'm really excited for that.
So do you have like with your knife brand, like drawn up yet, or you still?
Yeah, I actually have a couple things I drew up when I was out at Survive. Most of them in two booklets right here, but I have some stuff that's going to be along the lines of that SE3 size Terra Knives Forester size that we've really been enjoying,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to do a 4.5 to 5.5 inch size range, larger knife. So I'm just going to do two models and really have some fun with them. And as far as the finishing processes and the ability to do it, I've had for a while now, but I just really needed a good space, and we got the whole barn, so we gutted the first floor, dude, and it's got air, got power, it's ready to go. So I got an Ameribraid set up on the way that was like $3,000 and some other finishing tools, and I'm gonna be doing some of my own sheaths for them too. So it's gonna be really fun. I'll send some stuff to you and Jacob and everybody to check out, see what you think, and then give me some feedback before I do my initial runs on them. But yeah, I'm really excited, man.
So Master of Disaster says VGK are sold. So VGK does drop. He's just a one man shop. So anytime he has some knives, he does the drop, and they sell out fairly quick. So it's why I tell people get on his email list and just pay attention when he's going to do a drop if you're wanting a good knife. And I know some people don't really care for drops, but when you have a small American made shop that is just like a 1 or 2 man operation, they can't, have just thousands of knives pumped out like have them on site. So, it's just kind of the nature of the beast. They can tell. What a light you.
So I was gonna ask you that if you carry a light that you like these days. I found on That's funny. Is that the same one?
This one is the Streamlight Macro Stream.
Mine's the micro stream.
Yeah, so you're just a on.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine.
So mine is, I think, 350 lumens. But dude, this little thing was on sale. I saw somebody post about it on Instagram, and it was on sale at on Amazon for like $33. So I
Yeah,
was like, dude, I'm always looking for a good new EDC light.
I
And
love.
the Streamlight Wedge I carried forever. Oh, it's so beat up.
Yeah,
So I
they.
got one.
I was actually gonna get the micro stream, but then I seen the macro stream. Ended up getting in. Sometimes I think about getting the micro stream just to have something smaller. Um, something that I So Sean asked, "What's your favorite um, steel?" I got a
All
video
time favorite steel. Huh.
we could go into for like an hour on that, but we could have a whole life on that, honestly. But uh, I have a
Gabe, you're breaking up a little bit. I hope everybody else can hear you good, because in my thing I didn't hear a word of that.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, it was more a connective issue than a microphone issue.
Okay.
There
So
you go.
I was saying that we can do a whole live stream. I got a video on my I that's like top five deals. So um that would probably be my best suggestion. Master Disaster asked, "What's the model of my LA Police Gear backpack?" That one is the LA Police Gear Atlas 72-hour pack.
Hmm.
Still cutting in and out.
It's a little better now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because on my end it looks fine, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
you.
about every third word. It just goes that.
Hmm.
But so I have enough to understand your sentences in a whole, but
Uh,
every other couple of words are chipping out a little bit.
well,
You know
hopefully
how these things are.
the video loads up then better.
You know what I really am excited for though? I ordered a sheath for this. I was telling you about on the phone when I was driving up to see my lady the other day. Uh, I've always wanted an Oak City leather sheath for some of my EDC stuff, and I ordered one finally for this knife. So I'm hoping to get it soon. But it just they make a really good knife sheath out of leather.
Yeah, that one actually. I, I, my car.
Yeah, the titanium scales on it look pretty cool. But you know me, dude. I'm a micarta guy through and through. I'm always going to choose micarta over some kind of flashy setup.
Yeah. Well, I think we're kind of right at 50, so I'm gonna go wrap this up. We kind of stuff and what we. I got to work early tomorrow, unfortunately. So, uh, thanks for coming on here with me, John.
Yeah, of course. And shout out one last time to Exodus Knife and Tool, Jacob Peterson. He's a good friend to us and a good knife designer as well.
Yeah.
I forgot to say that earlier.
Uh, Primitive Bear Knife. Shout out
Heck
to
yeah,
um, Very Good Knife Co. And
Dave Wanger.
yeah, Wanger's pretty.
I'm excited for you to check this out, dude. I'm so happy you turned me on to a knife company because his trackers are really sick too.
Yeah, and he has a Smatch It too. That's pretty cool.
I know, dude. I wanted to order so many other things, but they're really pricey. This with the extra sheath was about 430, 440, I believe. So it
Yeah.
was pretty up there, you know.
Well,
But
hey,
yeah, thank you
with
very
me
much.
and have a good night.
Always, you too, brother.